Okay, so the next one is directed to me as it happens, but I think we've kind of covered it. Any tips from Fulvio to help reduce scarring? So I get asked, do I need to use any creams? Do I need to use moisturiser? Shall I get bio oil? Bio oil have managed to really market and position and brand themselves very well, but everyone keeps... Arnica I get asked about. I get asked about all of this stuff. And actually, there is no single intervention, as far as I'm concerned, that is better for scar outcomes than taping with micropore for 3 months. And the reason for that, so I've talked about the analgesic effects earlier, and I've mentioned this before, but I'll talk why. Why is it so good? Well, when scars are being pulled at, are being stretched apart, one of the cell types that's in a healing wound is called a myofibroblast, and those have mechanical receptors in them. So when they are stretched, when the scar is stretched, they stimulate myofibroblasts to lay down scar tissue. And so we need to subvert that somehow. And one of the ways of subverting it, the easiest way of subverting that, is to put some tape on it. Because now that 1 inch of skin is moving as a block, you're not separating the scar edge, it's just moving together. And the myofibroblast isn't stimulated, you don't deposit more scar tissue. And what's interesting is that this is known about by doctors in other contexts. Orthopedic surgeons, bone surgeons, know that if you get a fractured bone and you just put it in a plaster cast so it's not rigidly fixed, it will still wobble and move a bit, then that bone will form a bumpy callus around it. And then over weeks and whatever, that callus will remodel and it will eventually become a smooth bone. But if alternatively you get that fractured bone and you put a metal plate across it so it doesn't move, then that callus never forms. It goes directly into mature healing. And that's essentially the same concept, but for skin. We want to go straight into the mature scar without this remodeling phase. So we're splinting the skin. We are removing the need for the skin to splint itself, to stabilize itself by doing it for it. So that's really good. So people talk about all those gels and creams and oils and things, and you can do, but you can't while you're taping, which is 3 months. And at the end of that 3 months, you just won't feel the need to. 95% of people do not feel the need to do anything more than taping. I mean, some of them do anyway, and hey, people want to feel that they're doing the best they can for their scar. I don't mind. I do mind before the 3 months though, because I'd rather the taping. I'm going to geek out a little bit for a moment, sorry, but there are all sorts of other interventions that have been shown to improve scars too. And one of the really interesting ones is Botox. Botox has been shown to improve scars. Literally Botoxing a scar at the time it's done or shortly afterwards. And that people have speculated as to why that is. And it may just be that if it's, say, on a face, that you're reducing movement underneath the scar, so you're having a similar effect. But actually, more fundamentally than that, the myofibroblast is so called because it is half a fibroblast, which is a scar-forming cell, and half a myo, or muscle cell. It actually has, as a cell, it has smooth skeletal muscle elements in it, and it can actually get a wound and pull it together, and then it lays down scar tissue to scaffold it, and then it can pull the wound together some more and lay down more scar tissue. And that's that's the thing that's stimulated by being stretched. So by using Botox, you are subverting that cell, but in a totally different way. So it all ties in. The thing is, Botox is expensive. This is not. So, and this is easy, and Botox needs injections and lots of them along a scar. This is just so good. So there you go. That's my take on it.
Tape.
Tape.
Tape is the way forward.
3M, honestly, I'm available. I really like your product. So come for me. Okay. Skin Aid. Okay. Thank you. Skin Aid. So there's all sorts of other things to improve scarring too. Skin Aid, I had Agostina from Skin Aid on a while ago, and I love Skin Aid. Skin Aid promotes wound healing by giving you all the peptides you need for it, by giving you the coenzymes and cofactors. I really, really do like Skin Aid.